This is KVUE News Nightbeat.
There's people hurting on Christmas Day. If there's ever a Santa Claus out there, I want to see Santa Claus come up.
Tonight, a day meant to be filled with cheer ends in heartbreak after a fire destroys a dozen apartments in Northwest Austin.
It's just as bad, probably worse than like the regular line.
And get ready for a gift return frenzy. Why you might want to think twice about exchanging items this week. And a full house for Christmas. A Central Texas family brought together by circumstance, bonded by love. First tonight, dozens forced out of their home on Christmas Day after a large apartment fire. The blaze started early this morning at the Hendricks Apartments in Northwest Austin. The Nightbeat's Michael Perchik joins us now with more. Michael?
Quita, thankfully, there are no reported injuries to any people or pets from this blaze. Apartment staff is working with the Red Cross of Central Texas to make sure all those affected have a place to stay, including using empty apartments on site. While that has provided some comfort, the shock of the sparks has left a lasting impact. A Christmas morning nightmare.
A crazy call. It was the worst awakening you can have.
Wani Degali lives on the second floor of the Hendricks Apartments, but was spending the night crosstown with family when his roommate called him.
I was almost on a race with the firefighters because they were coming off of Mopac. I could see the smoke.
Degali and his roommate moved in just 2 months ago.
I felt good for having my own place at this time. You know, I worked hard to get this place. And then all of a sudden, everything just goes down and I have to start from scratch.
Some tenants were allowed back inside to retrieve belongings, even carrying out still-wrapped Christmas presents.
Christmas will never be the same for these people. It's always going to have this pall hanging over it.
It took about an hour to control the flames. Its impact will last far longer.
There's people hurting on Christmas Day. If there's ever a Santa Claus out there, I want to see Santa Claus come up.
Rick Perkins with Red Cross fought back tears, standing just feet away from the scene.
There were kids walking through the water when I got on site with no shoes on.
Amidst the hysteria, the organization is working to provide shelter, food, clothing, and counseling to all those affected.
We need people's help right now, today. Your neighbors are in need.
This same complex had another major fire back in December 2012. It's not known at this time what caused this morning's fire. If you're interested in donating to those affected, log on to this story on KVUE.com. I'm Michael Perchik, KVUE News Nightbeat.
So sad. Michael, thank you. And 5 people are in the hospital tonight after a rollover crash in Del Valle. That crash happened on Wolf Lane just south of Highway 71. An adult, 2 teens, and 2 children were in the vehicle. And Travis County EMS says at least 1 person was ejected. A teenage boy was taken to St. David's Medical Center with life-threatening injuries, and a child was flown to Del Children's with potentially serious injuries. The other 3 people involved in the accident were taken to nearby hospitals with potentially serious injuries as well. And a not-so-silent night on the roads. There's a little bit of traffic. Here's the view from I-35 right now. And traffic is going to be picking up quite a bit in Austin. We hope you enjoyed all the sunshine today because it may not show up again until next week. Wow. KVUE Chief Meteorologist Albert Ramon is here with us on this Christmas night. And Albert, what have you got for us?
Well, Quita, beautiful sunshine, you're right, for a good chunk of your Christmas day. But did you notice late this evening, the clouds started to roll in from the south? That's going to be the trend for the next couple of days, adding even some drizzle and rain chances. Right now, we're overcast over south central Texas. Live Doppler radar, quiet scan with 40s and 50s right now. But as we head towards the overnight into tomorrow morning, patchy areas of fog and drizzle will develop and light rain will develop throughout the day tomorrow. So Tuesday, highs only in the low 50s with a cold front in the afternoon. We could take off about 10 degrees from highs on Tuesday to highs on Wednesday. There'll be some spots that stay in the upper 30s for high temperatures on Wednesday afternoon. Let you know just how much rain we're expecting this week coming up in your full forecast. Quita?
The roads are starting to get real slick, so you got to be careful out there, starting to freeze over.
A mass exodus of holiday travelers will start heading home tomorrow. Mother Nature dumped plenty of snow across the U.S., giving millions a white Christmas. That winter weather will likely slow down drivers and has the potential to delay flights. We may not have seen any snow here in Central Texas, but we can be thankful the heat index isn't 25 degrees below zero like it was today in Minnesota. And people are not only hitting the streets tomorrow, but stores as well. Americans are expected to return upwards of $90 billion in Christmas gifts this year. That's nearly a quarter of all returns for the year. One Toys R Us employee says if you thought lines were bad before the holidays, just wait.
After Christmas, when all the kids have something already, they're back here to return it. So the return lines are out the door.
According to data from Optero, nearly 40% of people will make their post-holiday returns on the 26th and 27th. Experts say if you want to avoid lines, wait until the first week of January.
Melania and I are delighted to wish America and the entire world a very Merry Christmas.
President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump extending their Christmas wishes to all Americans today while drawing criticism in the process. In a tweet late last night, the president claims to be responsible for bringing back the phrase Merry Christmas. In reality, Presidents Clinton, Bush, and Obama all use the phrase in multiple messages to the American people. Christmas is the only federal holiday based on religion. A beloved actress in one of the season's most memorable films has died. Heather Menzies-Urich, who played one of the singing Von Trapp children in The Sound of Music, passed away today. She's best known as Louisa, the third oldest of the 7 Von Trapp children. Menzies-Urich had been diagnosed with brain cancer. She was 68. Local volunteers with Meals on Wheels delivered hundreds of hot meals this morning to make sure hungry people in Central Texas had full stomachs and warm hearts. KVUE's Molly Oak takes us on the route with some of those volunteers.
The food's been scooped, the plates are packed, and hundreds of hot meals.
Merry Christmas.
With a present or two on the side.
To make it a little more festive.
All ready to hit the road.
We're very honored to be able to show them today that their community cares and they're not forgotten on Christmas.
You got the muscles, man?
But for this family of 4, they're hoping to deliver a bit more than a meal.
Meals on Wheels.
Bringing a smile.
Couldn't ask for anything better.
And some holiday cheer.
It's such a happy time when our hearts overflow and we want to help other people with it. And I want to instill that in them. My parents instilled it in me when I was little.
A tradition that's continued for decades.
And then when we grew up and started our own little family, we said, you know, even though we travel, we really want to make it a part of who we are as a family.
Teaching their kids that you're never too tiny to make a big impact.
Mommy and Daddy showed us how to do that, and now we just made a tradition, and it's quite fun to do.
Stay warm.
Full bellies, courtesy of some folks with pretty full hearts. In Austin, Molly Oak, KVUE News.
What a great family tradition. And a family brought together share a new tradition. How the gift of adoption is one they're cherishing during the holidays. Plus, a group of low rollers use their sweet rides to spread holiday cheer. A group of tricked-out lowriders took to the streets today to lift people's holiday spirits. The Latin Fantasy Lowrider Car Club cruised through neighborhoods in Houston and handed out toys in a caravan of custom Cadillacs, Impalas, and other vehicles. It's a tradition that's been going on for more than 25 years, and it's aimed at helping low-income communities during the holidays.
We raise our funds throughout the year doing car shows and benefits. And it's just something to give back to the community.
They love seeing the cars, and we really appreciate getting toys. I mean, it's awesome.
This is an especially important year for the Lowrider Club, since many families are still recovering from Hurricane Harvey.
Honestly, this is my community here.
Back here in Austin, the owner of the city's first Haitian food truck also spent her Christmas giving back. Nahika Hillary of Creole Corner Caribbean Cuisine parked under the I-35 bridge near 6th Street today to hand out free meals to the homeless. She says this is a way to give back to those who have helped her.
When I first opened the food truck business here, a lot of them came over to help me and the other food truck owners with like maintaining the property, you know, taking out the trash for us and sweeping and blowing the leaves. So this is just my way to give back to them and say thank you.
Hillary also handed out blankets donated by her customers. Her food truck was one of several businesses and organizations out near the I-35 bridge helping the homeless today. A heartwarming story about the power of family. Some not related by birth, but brought together by love, celebrating Christmas together. Well, tonight, so many of us are enjoying gifts and fellowship with the ones we love. And that includes one Central Texas family who says the best thing they've gotten this Christmas is each other.
Thank you so much.
Inside one Pflugerville home, the sights and sounds of Christmas are everywhere. The kids are busy making sure the tree looks perfect and feeling thankful for what they have.
My family.
Life could have been very different for 7-year-old Tyrone.
He is super smart and he loves Star Wars.
6-year-old Travion.
He loves everybody, but he also tries to be the boss. He's the boy boss.
5-year-old Destiny.
She loves shoes and she loves fashion and dressing up.
4-year-old Ormani.
She is so sweet and loving.
And 3-year-old Curtis.
He does not let his size or his speech impediment or his hearing loss stop him from doing anything.
This is the Blue family, brought together by circumstance, bound together by love. The thought of these brothers and sisters being raised apart broke LaToya Blue's heart.
We got them when they were so young. The youngest one was 0, and they're back to back, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And actually, their biological mother asked me if we would adopt them so that they would stay together.
But wait, there's more. More kids, that is. Terry, also adopted.
She is very, very smart. She's a sports-oriented girl.
Relishes her role as big sister.
It's always entertaining to watch them play and act silly.
In all, LaToya and her husband have adopted 8 of their foster children, raising them along with their 2 biological kids.
And we got the kids in our home and could not let them go.
The Blues weren't able to adopt another one of their foster children, Frida Ramirez. But as far as they're concerned, she's part of the family. And for Frida, to see these little ones get the chance she didn't have means everything.
Because it's hard. It really is hard out there, and it's hard to find a foster family. And to find one that really actually cares about you and cares about your success and cares about you growing up is amazing.
They love dance. We turn on the music and they go to town.
LaToya's Christmas wish now, that more parents would foster and adopt, giving the thousands of Texas kids waiting for a family a place to call home. Because she can't imagine her life without these little ones who are having their best Blue Christmas ever.
Because I love my mom, and I love Terry, and I love my dad.
It's tough sometimes, but you know, it's well worth it.
Well, here in Texas, nearly 4,000 children are waiting to be adopted, and the number of kids in foster care is at an all-time high, so the need for foster parents is critical. If you'd like more information about becoming a foster parent, we've put up a link on our website, KVUE.com. They are really just the sweetest family.
Super cute kids,
oh my
right?
gosh. You meeting them in person, it's kind of like, oh, I just want to take you all. I love you.
I bet that was a fun house to be in about 8 o'clock this morning.
Oh my gosh. I can only imagine the noise.
10 people plus family coming over. That's amazing. We've got a lot of clouds this upcoming work week, even a little bit of patchy areas of sprinkles and rain. Let's start off with our KVUE weather snapshot. Beautiful, though, for your Christmas day. The photo here from Round Rock, courtesy of Barb Jerningen, and just some high cirrus clouds this afternoon, but those clouds really thickened up as we rode through the evening hours. Now we're overcast. 55 degrees for the high temperature after starting off in the 20s and 30s this morning. Not as cold here tomorrow morning because we have this blanket of cloud cover across the area, 40s and 50s on the map right now. And despite an overcast sky, we're looking at dry conditions across south central Texas. That will change here overnight and over the next couple of days with patchy light rain in the forecast. Wind out of the southeast light tonight, but the wind will return out of the north tomorrow, courtesy of our next cold front. This front moves through the area tomorrow afternoon. Here's a check of the hour-by-hour forecast. Thick clouds overnight, some patchy areas of fog, sprinkles and drizzle. We'll put the rain chance at 40% here for Tuesday, tomorrow afternoon, but a lot of this activity very, very light. Here's the front moving through the area tomorrow afternoon, and that's going to bring us another dose of cold air in the 30s tomorrow night. And then as we head through Wednesday afternoon, we're only, look at this, only in the upper 30s and low 40s with some patchy areas of light rain in the forecast. But the rain chances tomorrow, the rain chances on Wednesday, albeit 40%, it's very light activity on the radar. Drizzle, light rain, only adding up to about 1/4 of an inch. Another opportunity for rainfall is in the forecast as we head towards this weekend with a stronger cold front. Looks to be a pretty cold way to ring in the new year, but we're going to keep rain chances out of the forecast as we head towards next weekend, late in the weekend into Monday of next week. Cloudy skies, patchy fog and drizzle, 44. Rain chance at 40%, but much of this activity tomorrow will be on the light side. Most spots in the low 50s for highs, but this is just for a very, very short window. Much of your day tomorrow spent in the 40s. Much of Wednesday spent in the 30s with highs only in the low 40s. Well, here's some good news. Cedar was down by 20 times from yesterday. Yesterday it was over 600 grains per cubic meter. And the good news with rain in the forecast, it may be light, but it's going to keep Cedar in the low count, I think, for much of this week. Mold in the medium count, your allergy forecast found every day in the statesman. That front that comes in tomorrow, kicking up some snow across the plains and portions of the Midwest. No snow for us. It'll just allow for some drizzle and light rain. Well, this is a look at the last 12 hours. And last night I told you about this big snowstorm that was impacting especially northern New England. Widespread 8 to 12 inch totals of snowfall, a white Christmas over much of Maine. Here's a check of your forecast. A lot of clouds this week and opportunities for some patchy rain and drizzle. 52 tomorrow, only 42 on Wednesday. We're still in the 40s on Thursday. Drier but overcast for Friday at 52. We'll rebound to 60 on Saturday. And right now, Quita, I have the best opportunity for showers this upcoming weekend, Sunday morning. Right now, we're going to go for a dry forecast Sunday night to early Monday as we ring in 2018. Look at the first day of January, 40 degrees with a gusty north wind.
It just doesn't even seem like it should be 2018 yet. I just got used to saying 2017.
It's unbelievable how fast this year just zoomed by, isn't it? Yeah.
Thank you, Albert.
You got it. Good to see you.
And Sean Clinch joining us for sports, and Dallas Cowboys might be having some issues.
They have a lot of issues. Yeah, I think Dallas Cowboy fans may be thinking they wished for a new head coach for Christmas.
I'm not really focused on that.
Of course not. More on the Cowboys and Garrett up next.